Alright, we're going to try to do this little feed video for you. Here's my jar. My starter. Showed you this line earlier. How like that was the peak and now it's clearly declined. It's got this nice sour smell to it. But it's going to be weaker. You can tell, get my mixing stick. So let's see, take this off. Just to give you an idea of what I have. 331 grams, 185. Jar. So that's about, what do you do, 25 plus 31, 56. 156 grams starter. So 5 here. Yep, so that starts falling apart. It's not too strong, but it's not terrible. As in, I would still feel comfortable if I were to make a loaf right now to use this starter. I mix it up just so I get everything together. Oh, goodness gracious. Killing me with this visual learner. Alright. So this is all nice and mixed up. Gets rid of the bubbles. Make sure everything's nice and even. Now I'm getting a spatula. So, like I said, my starter is 156, and let's see how this view works. My trash can and feet, but this is one of the key steps, discarding your starter. Because I have 156 grams of starter. Again, if I wanted to do the minimum ratio for that, I would need 156 grams of water, 156 grams of flour. Wouldn't even fit in my jar. So, look at this jar. I'm gonna move the camera again. This is how much I'm left with. It's all on the sides and everything, but I still have a 185 gram jar, which means there's about 35 grams of starter in here. So I'm just going to clean up the jar a bit. I'm going to rinse off my spatula because I don't need that extra. And just try to clean up the sides a bit. So we have a nice, cleanish jar. Still about 33 grams. So now I have all the starter that I need to feed. So I tear, get 0. So there's about 18, 15, it's about 33 grams starter. So if I wanted to bake tomorrow and I need 170 grams, I could add double. So this gives me about 70 is 140 plus 33 is 173. Not enough left over, so I'm gonna do about 85 grams of water and 85 grams of flour. Because this will give me 160, 170, that'll give me 203 grams of starter left. So I touch it just to make sure it stays on. 85, I already have my water filled up here. $89. So I just turn this into a 9. And then to try and make sure everything's equal, I'll do 89 grams of flour. This is just mixing, so we have a nice even mixture of starter and water. Nice milky brown sand. Look how clean this chopstick is. Look how clean this chopstick is. Other than a spoon. Spoon or spatula, everything just holds all of this stuff. So again, it's already zeroed out. Pretty sure you saw that. But 10 grams, 1 tablespoon, 14 grams for the second, about 12 for the third. So I know my tablespoons give about 10 to 15 grams each, depending on how loaded they are. I'm at 74, 82, 85, and whatever that is, I'm done. 87. $87 grams. And another mix. All right, let's give you a little look-see at this. Still looks a little dry, a little sandy. This is 2 less grams of flour as well. Can't do this. I don't know how can I hold this so you can see when I'm mixing. Need a head camera. Alright, this is much better. Still got a little bit of clumps in here, but it's much more smooth. Now I'm just trying to flatten it out a bit. Get this excess off this mixing stick. I don't know why they call them chopsticks. You can't chop anything with them. It's so blunt. So I mean, that's about it. From the last hair, still 86 grams. I'll get a paper towel just to clean up the edges. Because I let my lid sit on top. So I don't need to clean off as much gunk from the lid. So I'm going to let's see, tear this again. So I have 394. I'm just going to put this under my new total. So take off 185. We're left with about 209 since I added 4 of each. It's about, this was expected to be 211, but we have about 209 grams of starter. So this is 209 grams of starter. This will be good for one of my double batches. And I don't really need to keep the marker on it, but I know it's about 1.25 inches high. So gently place the lid on, and I'll put off to the side. Oh, goodness gracious. I'll put it back here. And that's how I feed my starter. 10 minutes, 45 seconds.